at 310 Forbes Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. It's crime to go anywhere else. Visit them Thursdays and Fridays. Great draft, domestic drafts, domestic bottles as well drinks as well. $3.25 for well drinks, $2.25 for the domestics. We're going to get into it. We got two things we want to talk about today. One that just happened hours ago. The Pirates relieving the duties of former manager John Russell. Now relieving the duties. Never said he got fired. He didn't resign, but nonetheless, let's get into it. Aaron, did he deserve to get fired? When did he have a team here? Did he deserve it?
No, he didn't deserve it. Like you just said, when did he have a team? He didn't. 3 years here, and you can look at management constantly, trading players, adding players in, bringing guys up. It was never a consistent team at all. And they really didn't have a team of all-stars like you see maybe the Yankees. I can understand that if he wasn't winning with, high-profile guys. But when you got just, basic your prospects and guys coming up from the minor leagues and changing every single time, how can you fire a guy that never had a team that could actually go out on the field and compete?
Kevin?
I'm going to disagree, and I understand everything you said, and I agree. He never had anything to work with, but when you look at this team over the last 20 years, nobody's had anything to work with. You have to work with what they're going to give you, and when you come to coach or manage the Pirates, you know what they're going to give you. They're not going to give you much to work with, but you have to do your best with it. They lost 5 games more this year than they did last year, and 10 more this year than they did 2 years ago. In his 3 years, they went downhill each year. Obviously, going down from 62 wins to 52 wins isn't a big deal. You're not going to win anyway, but the deal is you have to try to win, and they haven't done that.
Quickly, guys, who do you see getting hired in this job? You saw Ken Maka be fired by the Brewers today. A name that was just rumored that was far out there was Andy Van Slyke. I mean, Aaron, who do you think, and who do you want it to be, and who do you think it's going to be?
You bring up Ken Maka. We talked about this before the show. That's you were saying, that's a typical Pirates hire there, but honestly, I don't think it really matters because it's still going to take a lot of time to get this team ready to go and ready to win.
I'm going to actually say Ken Maka might be the right choice because Ken Maka has proven over his years in Major League Baseball that he can actually have a say in the personnel that's brought in and out, and that's something the Pirates desperately need, is somebody that can really look at management and say, we need these players. We need them to win.
Should be Bobby Valentine. It's probably going to be Ken Maka. We're going to change gears here into the Steelers. A loss yesterday to the Ravens. Guys, a good effort, but a loss. Who's to blame in this situation, Aaron?
Well, I go with coaching. I think it was just a little too conservative on the offensive side of the ball. Your defense goes out and stops the Ravens on fourth down at the 2-yard line at the goal line there, and you go three straight runs and then punt. I think you got to take that chance. Do a short pass over the middle. They saw it was working right before that 93-yard drive. They took the score and take the lead. They've got a couple plays right over the middle. They had guys open. But they didn't want to take that chance, played way too conservative, ended up losing the game.
Kevin, who you blaming?
I'm going to go with the offense, and obviously the coaching didn't help, but with the offense here, 210 total net yards, that's not going to get the job done, especially when half of it is, like Aaron said, on a 90-plus yard drive. If you're only going to get 210 yards, you're not going to win. On the defensive side of the ball, they held the Ravens to roughly 50 yards on the ground. That's fantastic for the Steelers' defense. The defense put them in a position to win, and I hear a lot of people saying, Charlie Batch, he's a fourth-string quarterback. What can you expect? He's an NFL quarterback. You need to win.
Jeff Reed, anybody? No?
Jeff Reed, me and Aaron discussed this today. That kind of goes without saying. I mean, we wanted to look a little further into it. You can say, Jeff Reed missed 2 field goals, but we wanted to go a little more in depth on it.
It's very easy to go ahead and throw the blame on the kicker, but I mean, 45-plus yard field goals from kicking into the open end of the Heinz Field. That's tough for any kicker. But
that's a guy that's made 50-yarders in that open end.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the point being that Jeff Reed, sure, he's to blame, but he's not the only guy on the team, and he's not the only one that didn't produce.
Yes.
It goes around.